What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily, your source for daily tech news. How is everyone doing? Happy New Year. It is 2022. 2021 went by really fast, and it was a pretty good year for tech overall, with a bunch of new phones as always and tablets and things like that. But I actually think that 2022 is going to be a much more exciting year for tech in terms of things that you probably don't have or use in your daily life that will become, either more useful or just new tech in your life, such as AR glasses. I think more people will get VR. I think more people will end up getting folding and potentially sliding phones as well. So I think that's going to be big this year for 2022, but we'll see how that works out, as the world of supply and demand is still not that great, and buying even an Xbox and a PlayStation isn't a complete chore. It's really hard to do. But regardless of all that, have a great new year, and hopefully 2021 was good to you, and hopefully 2022 is even better. So with that said, we have a couple of news stories and a couple of questions. Let's get into it. First story of the day, OnePlus 10 Pro full specs. This phone should be out fairly soon, and by looking at this, we got Ishan Argawal putting out a tweet about this, showing that it's going to have a 6.7-inch, 120 hertz LTPO display with 5,000 milliamp battery, and the 80-watt super charging, and then 50-watt charging on there as well, with a reverse charging, which would be nice. Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor. Camera setup's gonna be 4850 and 8 megapixel with the second gen Hasselblad camera, 32 megapixel front camera. The stereo speakers will be set on there with Oxygen OS 12 running it. LPDDR5 RAM with UFS 3.1 storage, and then you can see the measurements and all that. But that looking like the OnePlus 10 Pro. So if you're excited about that, you have something to look forward to. The phone last year was nice. It had some overheating issues, which took away from it, but otherwise it's still a nice phone. Next up is an official photo of the Galaxy S22 Ultras. And yesterday we talked about the S Pens maybe being different colors based off each other of which phone you got. Like if you got the red, it might come out as red, and green might be green, but the white and the black phones would have the black one. And it looks like all of them are going to have the same exact color S Pen, which it's looking like they're probably going to have black S Pens on there. Kind of weird. I really think they should color match these to give it some more feel to it. I feel like Apple would probably do something like that. I feel like Samsung should do the same. Like, how much more is it to actually just paint the color of the S Pen so that it matches the phone? A little bit of a disappointment, I feel like, but it's not going to ruin the experience overall. But what do you guys think? That'll be your question of the day. Should they have matched the phone colors? Like if you got a white phone, you get a white pen, red phone, red pen, or do you think they should just kept all the pens black? Let me know in the comments down below. With that said, let's jump into the Q&A portion of the video and drop that boom. First question comes from New York's finest. First, Happy New Year. For the past few days, my Note 10 Plus battery stops charging at 85%. I did a master reset, cleared the cache, changed chargers, I changed wireless chargers, and even drained it to 0, but it still stops charging at 85%. Any suggestions? I'm glad the S22 Ultra is coming out soon. I can't wait to get rid of this phone. So sorry, turned off my light on my camera. It was like totally beating through my eye, and I'm actually having trouble seeing. So if I look a little bit darker, that's why. But yeah, so with that, I would probably say there's something wrong with your battery at that point. It could be something wrong with the charging port, but obviously it sounds like the battery more than anything. And I think you're right. I think it's probably time to upgrade. Otherwise, you'd probably have to replace the battery. I do not have a fix for you. Everything you said is probably something I would have told you to do. Jail Sazat said, would you like them to bring silver as a color? Pretty much a standard other than black in most electronic. General question. Do you think companies that space gray, do you think it should be replaced with silver or very dark space gray? It's the gray color is a silver color is really kind of old-fashioned in a way. I would say no. I'd say stick away from it for a few years and then come back to it potentially, but right now I don't think we need it. Shajil Shazadiskan, do you hate Windows in general? Because I'm pretty sure you use a MacBook, and I have been seeing in your hands for the past few days. I do not hate Windows. I just switched over to the MacBook just because I wanted something, and the Mac in general. I wanted something that I could easily edit video on, but it wouldn't make loads of fan noise. And having a Mac Mini and also the MacBook Pro those don't make a lot of noise, and they've got the silicon processor in there, really powerful, and they just fit my life a lot better, but I'm totally not against Windows. Dave asks, hey Greg, does the amount of RAM really matter on new phones, or is it a selling point for manufacturers to sell the most expensive phone? And also, Samsung makes the Z Flip 4 the same as the S22 in terms of display and specs. I watch a lot of videos and want the best viewing experience. For you, I would say, so RAM, it kind of matters in a way. I would say with Android, 12 is a really good number. 8 is definitely the sweet spot, but anything above that, you're really going to be running really quality amount of performance on there. Like, it's going to be really good. So I'd say 12 is awesome. 16 is probably complete overkill. 8 is even probably plenty enough for anybody. So 8 to 12 should be good. And then in terms of, will the Z Flip 4 be the same as the S22 in terms of display and specs? It'll probably be very close in terms of display and specs. Wouldn't be that surprised. So it was this year even too, so yeah, I'd expect some of the same. Arthur Strout said, what's behind the curtain in the bathroom? The shower. And as you can see, I'm somewhere else now, so it's different. I'm at my sister's house now. I'll be here for the next couple of days. But yeah, it's the shower. And the last question comes from Christopher. Will all those colors actually be available here in the US? That's a great question. Like, there's 5 colors coming out for the S22 Ultra, or is it 4? I can't remember now. I think it's 4. Will they all come out? I don't think, maybe. Probably not, though, if I had to put my money on it, but I guess it remains to be seen. But I'm going to say yes. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have a question, leave it in the comments down below with the word question. I'll give you a second question here as well. What was your favorite product that came out in 2021? See you guys down the road. Peace.